I having issues with parents about my partner and our future home. So I'm currently at that age where young adults begin to search for their first home. But here's some context. I have a boyfriend who I have been dating for over 2 years. We are on extremely good terms, no fights, no abuse, a lot of understanding, respect, support, and love for each other. His family is wealthier than mine, our families are in the same class, just that his is far off better. My in-laws treat me very well and my parents seem to really like my boyfriend and wouldn't mind us being together until time ends. His parents are very smart and work in the academic field. They spent all of their years while my boyfriend was growing up seeking the higher steps into their career, meaning he was left to be looked after by grandparents more often. Although his parents are academics, they haven't taught him very important life skills and cases. My parents often go about this by gave birth to him and just let him exist, with a few lessons here and there. I am the opposite of him, although my parents aren't academics, I have been taught a lot about life, been very cared for, I can do a lot of the real adult stuff independently. Only in the past year he started aiming to get a job so that he could support and provide for our future together. He hasn't had a real job in the past, just some volunteering here and there and a few shitty jobs where he only worked for a few weeks due to bad workspace conditions. When I applied for my first ever job, I got it straight away at a really successful company. This is where my parents seem to compare my success and my boyfriend's. I agree there is a gap, but I can see my boyfriend's progress and efforts. I have hope he will be able to achieve big things. Anyway, some time ago, my parents and in-laws meet in person for the first time. My parents are overprotective AF. Although, they seem to like my in-laws, they do not completely trust them, especially something is off about the mill. Every week, my mother keeps saying to be careful of my mill, she is a very powerful woman, she can persuade anyone and my mother especially thinks she can make my boyfriend go against me and our relationship in the future if something was to happen, e.g. a breakup/an argument. So, at this part, comes in the assumption that whatever my mill forces my boyfriend to do something boyfriend will force me to do it I am left powerless and lose, on stuff like finances and real estate and so on. Mill and boyfriend will exploit me because of my success. In order to be fully safe from such situations, my parents are forcing me to buy a house or apartment, where I can live and with my boyfriend together. This will be only on my name. Yet it strictly means I will need to pay for the monthly mortgage loan myself and that is 60%-75% of my salary, for a decent location and decent home that will not break, because where I live a lot of houses are just shit. I will not have enough on my personal expenses, like paying for my car, doctor visits, and blah blah blah. Of course my boyfriend could pay for my personal expenses, but I rather would prefer, if we split the monthly mortgage payment, and come in together to pay for the electricity, water, gas bills, groceries, travel expenses. I told my mother about this. She is extremely against this because she believes that men, just like my father, should be working his ass off every single day to provide and pay for the house and that his lady should earn her own salary but use it only on her matters, whilst also pitching in with utility bills. Apparently every girl must have their own home signed on their name, just in case of a divorce or a breakup she will have somewhere to live. I tried to reassure her and reason with her but can't get her to say anything apart from I'll speak to my lawyer and our real estate agent about what you can do and find you a good house. I can't speak to my father about this, because he is busy working to provide for our family. My boyfriend says to me I could live with him in the place he is living at, which is his grandparents' house, and after their death, we can renovate and live there, or we can rent it out for high passive income since it is in a very affluent neighborhood. My parents, well, more like my mother, does not want me to live with him there nor his parents' home either, because I might get kicked out or my life will be controlled by my in-laws. She thinks that one day if my boyfriend and I plan to take a home mortgage together, then I'll be left fooled by the boyfriend. I can write about this days on end. I just really don't know what to do, how to act, what to say. I just want to live in a very comfortable area and home with my boyfriend, and we share the finances and expenses equally. I do not think my boyfriend would do bad things to me like it is assumed. Also, maybe irrelevant and childish, but I love to travel and holidays every few years. I told my mother if I pay for all mortgage myself, then I won't be able to invest money with my boyfriend for holiday travels. She said that it is good and that I will be like her, at home, no holidays. Comment. It sounds like your mom is being very protective of you, as she has either experienced these issues herself or know others who have. Reddit is full of women who can't leave a bad relationship because they have nothing. Your mom doesn't want that to ever be your circumstances. It is a very sound decision to buy a home. However, if your BF moves in, he should pay you rent. It might not be 50% of your mortgage. It might not be the going rate for rentals in the area, but he should pay. Furthermore, he should contribute to half of all utilities just like he would if he was renting anywhere else. Next story 2. Friendship relationship gray area. Okay, so I am not the greatest at writing, but I greatly appreciate any advice. Let me just preface this by stating that I am diagnosed with AD and autism, as well as a couple of other neurodivergent disorders, hence I am quite oblivious to a lot of social cues. So I recently went to my university's graduation, where I met someone. After spending most of the evening together, we met up the day after, and the day before we both left town for our respective hometowns. During this meetup, we had a great time talking, and playing board games at this cafe in the area, and later going to a pub where we met up with some of her friends. After this evening, I sent her a message asking if she was interested in seeing where this might lead romantically, but would either way love to stay in touch and hopefully as friends. She stated she wasn't interested in me romantically due to not doing long-term relationships, but would love to remain friends and stay in touch. Since then we have basically been speaking every day for multiple hours every night over FaceTime, about all and nothing. Including a hypothetical of what if we got married for practical reasons. Quick note, we are both from more liberal countries, so the reasons are more around different citizenships, etc. Although these conversations among other similar topics have all been hypothetical, they have also included plenty of teasing. We have also had deeper conversations about life, as well as previous relationship experiences, to which I gave her some advice based on my previous experiences. We have made arrangements to have online watch parties, as well as continuing to talk every night. Furthermore, she has teased/hinted to me that I should move to the same city she will be moving to, which I could consider, especially if we were to try to date. Please don't think I would only move there because of her. There are a lot of reasons for me to move to that city, although there are other cities that have an equally strong argument, so basically, it would be the one extra bonus that would tip the scale in one direction. Now the reason why I am here is because I am terrible at reading social situations, being diagnosed with autism and all. I am wondering if it would be a terrible idea to ask her again what she thinks about me, if she would be interested, etc. Mentioning how talking to her on FaceTime is the highlight of my day, but I also don't want to risk what we have now, as I am quite happy remaining friends, but if she wants more, I would love to try to give it a go. I hope this was a decent summary, and I am happy to answer follow-up or clarification questions. Comment. Sorry, do you mean you told her you had feeling 2 days ago or just a couple days after meeting? If it's been a month since you told her, I would say you can approach the subject again one last time. If she still doesn't reciprocate, it's best to cut context. If long-term relationships aren't her thing, are you sure you want to pursue? Like, you're preemptively agreeing that the relationship will have an expiration date, which isn't the healthiest way to start a relationship. Next story 3. How do I get over my insecurities caused by my partner? How do I get over my insecurities? I am insecure about my body. I had a child in 2021, and during my pregnancy, I found out my partner had been liking and following provocative pictures and videos on social media. I felt so insecure because I had gained a lot of weight then, and it really took quite a toll on our relationship, especially my self-esteem, confidence, and the self-respect I had for myself. Thankfully, we're working hard to fix things both together and individually, and it's going great. However, I was greatly impacted by this and I still feel very insecure at times. On to the issue. My body is a little out of shape due to having a baby, so I want to hit the gym. But I am so scared to do so. A big part of me wants to go to get back in shape and lead a healthy lifestyle. The other part keeps saying that I'm only gonna go just to look more appealing and attractive to my partner, like the women he used to gawk at online. Don't get me wrong, I would love to put effort into how I look. My issue is that my partner will love me more than he does now. I know how stupid that sounds, but I want to be loved for the way I look like now. Yes, I know he does love me for me. But I just feel like if I do go gym, I'd be changing myself for him and not because I want to. I'm battling my mind right now because I would love the love he gives if there was a difference with my body, but it'll make me overthink our entire relationship and question how he really felt about me. Comment. If you are insecure about your body, then start going to the gym, get into shape for yourself. Your partner should stop following those accounts. Well, you have to go to the gym regardless. It's good for you and will be good for your mental health. You being insecure with your partner won't go away regardless. In shape or not in shape. So I'd rethink your "he loves me for me" comment and go to therapy for yourself and decide if he's what you want at all. I do understand your plight, but it's best not to overthink it unless he specifically said something to you about your weight or unattraction because of it. Think of it this way, he would probably still be liking pictures of women because men are hardwired to be visual. Not saying it's right or acceptable. I actually think it's disrespectful if you're in a relationship, but being a man myself, I make a choice not to look at women's bodies for my own health despite being single and just try and make eye contact. Every man has to make their own choice in this department though. It's not that I don't want to look, I very much do, but it's not beneficial for me.